Dr. Blair Peters is packing up his things and leaving Winnipeg. He'll soon be in St. Louis, Missouri, doing a fellowship, learning how to do bottom surgery for transgender patients.
Things can be incredibly rewarding, and I hope, everyone realizes how important these procedures are to these individuals.
Bottom surgery is the operation that physically changes one's gender. Peters just finished med school at the University of Manitoba. During his residency, he did about 100 top surgeries on patients who are transitioning, augmenting a person's chest or removing breast tissue. But bottom surgery is much more complicated and not done in Manitoba. Instead, patients have to travel to Montreal.
You're often away from friends, you're away from family, the travel burden is a lot, you're often missing a lot of time off of work.
Peters wants to change that, and his motivation is personal.
Growing up as an LGBT person, I think we all know what it's like to feel like you don't really have a say in things, and it's hard to get your own interests and rights heard.
The Manitoba government says the number of gender-affirming surgeries has gone up. Over the last 2 fiscal years alone, over 230 operations were done, and every time a patient needed bottom surgery, they had to leave the province.
This here is where they took the donor site is to make the phallus out of.
Ethan Belcourt had his first bottom surgery done last November. Doctors used skin from his arm for the procedure. Getting to Montreal was tricky for the 49-year-old who lives on a fixed income. But he says the real challenge was coming home to Winnipeg after he had complications.
It was hard because you don't have your doctor here who knows the system of what you went through and the full surgery.
And his journey is far from over. He still has to have 2 more bottom surgeries done, but knows it'll be worth it.
Being born female, I always felt that I wasn't in the right body.
Peters will spend a year in Missouri before moving to Portland, where he'll learn for another year, before returning home to Winnipeg, where he plans to open a plastic surgery clinic dedicated to trans people.
What better way to have a career and make your living, treating and serving your own community? I can't imagine anything more rewarding than that.
And he hopes that will make a lasting impact. Austin Grabish, CBC News, Winnipeg.